Good morning. I'm Landon with Merman and Press. Today, we're going to talk about the M65 Field Jacket. We're just going to do a short one, all right? So, people talk to me about gear all the time, and this here is a Filson vest. I paid a little bit more money than I would normally for things. It doesn't have the features this jacket does, but this is a great warming layer, and you don't have to spend this kind of money to get this kind of performance, okay? So, in conjunction with this, I typically use a shmug. They're about 10, 12, 15 bucks. I don't care what color you get, but I typically tuck this. This jacket has a hood, but I usually tuck it in the back of the shirt and use it as a hood. This is a great warming layer. It's good in the heat. It's got 1,000 uses. It's kind of like a triangle bandage. After I got this coat, M65 Field Jackets were kind of created in this form in the M81 Woodland in around 1981 when the whole system kind of changed. So this jacket's been around for a while. The oldest coat you'll get is about 45, 50 years old at this point. These jackets are bomb-proof. They were used by people in the military. The buttons are double stitched, right? It's got the big, like the giant military YKK zipper, right? And I mean, this is the original pull tab. There's no fraying or anything. It's got snap buttons for the outside, so you can actually make it more like a wind shell. It's got snaps for the buttons, 2 hip pockets, 2 chest pockets, adjustable sleeves, and on the inside, it's got a adjustable waistline pull, and it's got inner buttons so that you can put in the M65 Field Jacket liner, aka the smoking jacket. Okay, the smoking jacket is the sleeves are shorter so it doesn't protrude. It's got no collar. It's got plenty of mounting holes for all the buttons. It's got a couple buttons itself. You can button it, but you're really not meant to. But people wear this by itself and it's plenty warm. These two together, you can get down to some pretty cool temperatures. The M65 Field pants also exist. They are meant to be worn outside your trousers, and they also have a liner. The liner is made of the same stuff as your poncho liner, aka your whoopee blanket. Okay, it's really warm, and these things are, and like I said, they're bomb-proof. I have taken this everywhere. I've machine washed it. I've had no buttons fall off, and if they do, they're meant to be repaired. These buttons are the same buttons on the BDU pants. Okay, if you get the button-up BDU pants, or even if you find zip-ups, which those are typically modded, whoever modded it left the top button, and you can the same size button for everything. There's not 2 different kinds of buttons on here. The snaps, if they fall off, you can add a button. That's just how they work. I think this coat is what you should have in your truck at least. I swear they built a new airport. This is the coat you should have in your truck. Okay, when your significant other gets cold, you have your truck coat to throw over their legs. Okay, they will greatly appreciate it. And this coat, due to its age, it has softened. It is not harsh on the skin or anything. So why do I plug Surplus so much? A, it's cheap. The availability is kind of going down, but it is available. You can find it. Even reproduction stuff is not so bad. I'd stay away from certain companies we won't discuss here, but there are ways to get this without getting the exact thing. And Surplus, you dive into the history of our nation and our armed forces, and it's quite strange sometimes when you find there's a guy who spent $3,000 on just his plate carrier and all its accoutrements, to just find out that in the 70s somebody made a thing that does that. It just has a flap you have to move, right? We've been fighting wars with this stuff for a while. It works, okay, and it's got features that your plate carrier just doesn't have. So this jacket's meant to be worn with rucks, LBVs, everything. All your gear can fit over this coat. And, I mean, as you can see, it's not a puffy jacket. It's really not. Forgot about the epaulets up here for rank and whatnot, routing cables if you need that kind of stuff. But this coat's pretty water resistant. I've hiked in some heavy rain, for days on end, and it's been fine, and it dries out quickly. The wind resistance is key. This jacket probably masters that balance of warmth, wind resistance, and water resistance, okay? Especially combined with the pants. The cuffs are meant to be worn with big mittens or big gloves. You put your glove on, tuck your glove into your coat, cinch your cuff down so you don't get wind and rain and snow up in there, and then you can put your mittens on over that if you're in an Arctic climate. Short video today, I know. I really just want to express that you don't have to spend a mountain of money to get stuff to train. I have a prior video about surplus gear, and most of my viewpoints in there are still valid. So go check that out after you watch this. I'm working on the Patreon. I know I've been saying this for a few videos now. I am struggling finding what everyone would want. So please comment. What would you want on a Patreon? If you were to pay me $1, what would you like to see? I'd love to live stream on there and get a lot more personal with my patrons. I live stream on Instagram all the time. Everyone is available for that. Myrmidon_press, all lowercase, on Instagram. I go live often. I announce when I release videos on there. I'll put some memes, you know, real fun stuff. Go check it out. Everyone in my following tab on there is either someone I bought gear from, like their gear, a page I like, things like that. Go check it out. I love all the support I've been getting. I read all your questions. I try to answer them as good as I can. DM me on Instagram is kind of the best way to get to me. And please like, subscribe, comment. I love it all. It's great. I love all the support. We surpassed 300 subscribers a few videos ago, and we're steady climbing to 400, okay? We're going to celebrate at some point, I promise. Prepare for a video real soon. I'm trying to interview another family member of mine. Everyone loved the one I did with my grandfather last year, and we're getting up on our annual hunting trip, so it's time for a new interview. So everybody, stay safe. Watch yourself out here. Hug your families. Find out what's killing you. Kick its ass. I'm going to go see if there's a cigar tree around here that needs some tending.